Hey, this is Dale Tinsley. You're listening to the Connect Podcast. Our purpose is to guide you to connect with yourself so that you can connect with others and live a life of meaning and value. Continuing the series, Limitless Potential, Endless Refinement. Peace be with you, and welcome back to the Connect Podcast. Hope you guys are doing well and moving through life with some purpose, some energy, some fluidity, connecting to who you are, living in your purpose and your passion, because you're living in your authenticity. Cultivating yourself, mind, body, and spirit. For today's discussion, today's episode, expansion. Expansion. Like an expansion joint in construction? That's a form of expansion that serves its purpose, doesn't it? You need that to expand and to contract, pending the temperature. But for today's discussion, it's going to be about us. It's going to be about life. It's going to be a mindset. Are we living in a growth mindset where we are expanding and learning and growing and evolving? Or are we in a fixed mindset that's stagnant and going to get the new tattoo or the new car or the new watch or that big TV because the neighbor got one? It's just going to feel, you're going to feel empty. That is not expanding. That is keeping up with the Joneses. And consume. When what we really desire is connection, my friends. We desire connection, relationships, expanding our relationships, right? And I've been there. Before my awakening, I was just going through the motions of life. Well, this may be fun, I'll try that. With no real direction, no real purpose, no passion. And I was living in fight or flight. And I was over-explaining. I was contracting a lot. But expansion is there to help us. Expansion is for us to step into our authenticity. Expansion gives us that opportunity to step into our authenticity and to continue to grow. So one side, you have a growth mindset and you have a fixed mindset. The growth mindset is expanding. The fixed mindset is contracting or stagnation or the same old. So keep that in mind, because it all begins in our minds. And are we choosing in our day-to-day? Are we making the choice consciously? Are we aware of being in that growth mindset or being in that fixed mindset? So let's talk a little bit about contracting. Let's say you're in a moment and you're maybe not comfortable with the moment because you don't know the people you're around. And so you're contracting a little bit, right? But why? Why are you contracting? Regardless of who these people are, no one is above us and no one is below us. And you're there for the right reasons. You belong there. Unless you don't belong. Unless you did like the Wedding Crashers. Well, then you're going to get found out drinking too much, eating too much, and you weren't invited to the wedding. That, you don't belong, all right? So yeah, you... And people that are that bold, they don't even really care, right? They're not in there feeling insecure about nothing. They just... That's a whole nother level. But when you feel yourself contracting, ask yourself why. Dig into it. It's an opportunity to do some self-reflection and to figure out what's going on inside of me. What am I not dealing with? Why do I have fear? Why is this moment painful? Because the bridge between expanding and contracting is courage. Stepping into the unknown. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of this whole experiment, of this hero's journey that we call life. Jim Carrey said it best a couple years ago. I saw an interview with him and he says, "This is the experiment of my life." You know, and Jim Carrey's just like, now he must have had some spiritual awakenings, because now he's very, very open-minded. You check out some of his recent interviews. He's way beyond materialism, way beyond being famous and all the notoriety. It's awesome to see. He seems like a cool cat. Would love to interview him. So that energy of contracting, it's like we can even feel it in our bodies. It's really uncomfortable. But it provides us with an opportunity to dig into the why and find the root of it. Contracting is a limiting feeling. It's limiting. You may have limiting beliefs that feed that whole vibe, that energy, and that state of mind that's keeping you contracted and not expanding. So if you're living in that reality right now, or you get hit with those moments, they could be tied to limiting beliefs. They could be tied to unresolved issues, maybe some unresolved moments that are still lingering, that you're still looping in. Could be a trauma that needs to be dealt with. You need to sit with it, process it, and peel that onion until you get to the root cause. And then breathe, release, and let it go. And you'll be left with the wisdom for having the courage to sit with it and face it on your hero's journey, because nobody can do that internal work but yourselves, my friends. And I've said it throughout this journey. This will be the most difficult work you ever do, but it will be the most meaningful work that you do. I promise you that. So now that we've covered contracting, let's get into expansion. Expansion is limitless. Expansion is freedom. Expansion is energy. Expansion is, man, it's bliss. It's happiness. When we're expanding, we're connected. We're connected to ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. Purpose comes up. Passion fuels that. And it's a combination of all of these vibrant, powerful energies. And it's growth. It's growth at the end of the day. You know that saying, either it's growing or it's going? As like, if it's not growing, get rid of it. Get rid of it if it's not growing, so to speak. That applies to everything. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. But sit with it and process it. Why is this not expanding? These are all things that the nuances of life that we have to sit with as individuals and self-reflect on. And expansion raises our awareness because we're learning new things. We're gaining new perspectives. We have new perception that brings us into a whole nother reality of consciousness, of raising our consciousness. And with anything, there will be some backsliding. But that backsliding is an opportunity to sit with ourselves and self-reflect on why. Why did I backslide? We have to ask ourselves these things and get to the why. Get to the root cause analysis on any topic. It takes time. It takes layers to peel that onion, that you may have something that it finally boiled over and now you want to deal with it. Could be something from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But the time is now to deal with it, right? If it bubbles up like that, you may not have thought about that in years. You know, our minds, we suppress things. We suppress things, I guess, to keep our sanity. This life thing isn't easy, my friends. But I guarantee you, as you cultivate yourself and as you expand mind, body, spirit, you get yourself in alignment. You're choosing your authenticity, even if somebody doesn't like it. It's not their journey, it's your journey. And it's our responsibility to continue pushing, to step into the uncomfortable. And the more you step into the uncomfortable, you'll continue to evolve and gain courage. And real confidence comes from that. From stepping into our authenticity, from stepping into our courage, we gain real confidence. Not an outside confidence because of a title or the bank account or the car or the pretty things. Real courage and real confidence that if those things were taken away, your state of mind would still be strong because you've cultivated yourself. And what's related to expansion? Love, courage, confidence, purpose, focus, mindset, awareness, all of these things that are tied together that keep us expanding. So when we put one in each hand, expansion and contraction, the choice is easy. But we have to be mindful of which one we feed. Which one are we really feeding and why? One of the whys could be because you deserve it. You deserve a big, beautiful, vibrant life, a vibrant existence where you feel alive and you feel connected, mind, body, and spirit. I hope today's conversation got the wheels in your head spinning, got your heart open, got you feeling vibrant. And I hope you're ready to continue expanding. Step into your courage. Feel that energy. Step into your authenticity, regardless of what anybody else is doing. Because it's your hero's journey, my friends. I'd like to invite you to go to theconnection.studio. Check out the journal for today's episode, Expansion. Lean into the new year. Lean into the new year strong. Do some things you've never done that you always wanted to do. What's holding you back, my friends? Fear? Well, I've never done it. Okay. Well, it's a new year. Step into your courage and watch your life change. Until next time, God bless. Thanks for joining us at the Connection Studio. You can support us by sharing with others and posting to social media. Keep doing the internal work, as it will truly make all the difference. God bless.